Many women in our 60 and Me community are dealing with a lot of fear and anxiety. It is a terribly overwhelming time in our lives right now, and we don't have any vision of where things are going to return to any sort of normalcy. So I want to talk to you today about some things that you can do to move from that fear, to release yourself from being a hostage of that fear, and maybe make some changes in your life as we adapt and make changes to cope with this situation. Now, my name is Margaret Manning. I'm with 60 and Me, and I really appreciate you being here today. I am on the journey with you. It's affecting all of us in so many different ways, but I think there are some things that we can do together. So I really appreciate you being here. Now, our show today is brought to you by See Me Beauty. See Me Beauty offers a line of skincare products that are designed for older women. We're a little bit jaded about promises and unrealistic expectations that different companies make, but See Me Beauty has a scientific approach to producing products that are going to really hydrate and firm and make the skin just healthy. Healthy skin is beautiful skin. So check out the See Me website at seemebeauty.com. They have a beautiful serum, day cream, night cream, and eye cream, and I think you're going to find them very interesting. The ingredients are amazing. So thanks to See Me Beauty. Now, let's talk a bit about ways that we can deal with this fear. Now, one of the ways that I deal with the fear, honestly, is taking care of my skin and my face, playing with makeup and beauty products. So this is particularly interesting to me. In fact, I've started to focus more on skincare and healthy skin and body than anything else. And maybe that's one of the things that we actually have to kind of deal with and recognize as we fight this fear. And it is an effort. We have to do it in a way that is sort of structured and something we will do. So here's some thoughts. First thing is, don't give in to fear if you can. Now, anxiety is a response of our nervous system that is like a fight or flight. It's that sort of that classic, wanting to do something, wanting to solve the problem, wanting to fight back. But we have to move our sympathetic to our nervous system that is more calming and relaxed. That is the secret, I think, to finding ways to breathe through the pandemic, which is surrounding us. Now, one thing that's important is your immune system has to be healthy in order to fight not just this virus, but any kind of illness as we go through this. And when you are stressed, when you're anxious, it just really affects your immune system. So that's something definitely to remember and to try to take care of. Healthy eating, for sure. I really have found myself gravitating more to healthy drinks, good nice teas. I do mixtures of lemon and ginger and water with a bit of honey instead of trying to have so much coffee and caffeine. Whatever your style is, you will find the way. You really will. But right now, I'm taking a focus on just not giving into having an unhealthy immune system. Another thing to consider is actually breathing. Now, breathing is one of those things that is so normal and natural to us. But did you know that when you sit at your computer for hours, which a lot of us are doing, you actually hold your breath sometimes and you don't let it go. You're in such a state of kind of, it's almost like hypnosis. It's a very powerful thing. It's been tested and proven by science. It's that we tend to hold our breath sometimes. But first of all, learn how to breathe in ways that are going to energize your body. Now, by the way, Noelle Nelson is our blogger who wrote this article, and I'm kind of building on her comments because she's got some super ideas, and I would check out her article if you have a moment, because there's a lot more than I'll be covering here. But she talks about a breathing technique, and we've actually discussed it before here too, where you just sit, meditate, or relax, and just move from the emotional panic that you might be feeling about those what ifs. Like, what if this happens, and what if I get the virus, and what if one of my family is affected, and all those things, and just breathe. And the best way to do that is to take 4 breaths in through your nose, hold it for about 3 or 4 seconds, and then out through the mouth, and do that 5 times. And you do honestly feel almost immediately relaxed and more kind of in control of your emotions. So breathe in through your nose, hold it, let it out through your mouth. Very simple, totally free of charge. You can do it just sitting anywhere. You can even do it if you're out in the world and just feeling a little panicky and just nervous about things. Just breathe. Breathe is, and according to Noelle, because she knows these things, that this is a response that psychologists call a pattern interrupt. And it's where you're basically getting your brain to shift from one way of thinking to another. It's like interrupting a pattern of panic and fear. And then you go into something that's more relaxed. So that's important. Another thing, and of course your body too will be oxygenated. You bring oxygen into your lungs, which is another great thing, especially with this current situation. That's where we need to be strong and keep our anxiety levels down, so our other parts of our body are relaxed and calm. So the other thing that she talks about is practicing mindfulness. Now, I talk about meditation a lot because I do meditate, but mindfulness is different. Mindfulness is where you're just really focusing on one thing. You're not necessarily saying a chant or a mantra or even focusing on the breath. You're actually just saying, let's look around and focus on something in my house, in my room. It could be a picture. It could be a crystal. It could be something like an item of furniture in your house, a lamp, a vase, some flowers. And it's just taking a moment to look at that. Nothing else. And just focusing and being mindful of it. I was reading a really fun book that's called Journey Around My Room, which is about a man who, many years ago, like in the 1700s, he was in his room for 6 weeks. And he wrote about having a traveler's mindset in his house. So he went to the couch and examined it, described it, remembered different stories. And that was his, that mindset. So do this with a mindful attitude. Look at something you've knitted or something you've drawn or just a picture of your family. And just be mindful. Observe without judging. That's the important thing, is just to observe and be there, but without any judgment. And it prevents that fight or flight system jumping in, which is what I was describing earlier. Just by mindfully looking at something, shifting your focus off of the chaos around or the things that are pulling you and making life a little more anxious and fearful, just to something that's predictable and calming and no judgment, just looking at it, describing it, feeling it. Make friends with your kitchen, make friends with a cup. I have some beautiful cups that I often sit and just hold in my hand like a bowl. And it's just that mindfulness in really any area of our lives. It really helps. So just take care of yourself and do anything that you can to impede these panic moments. Do the breathing, do the meditation, mindfulness, keep exercising if you can, do anything, yoga, do Pilates, anything that you can bring yourself to do. And one thing that we've actually got, which is a really cool thing, if you haven't seen this already, is our deck of cards, Aging Beautifully deck of cards. And I use these all the time as a meditation. And it's actually quite surprising. We wrote these about 2 years ago, but some of them are so relevant to right now in terms of, taking care of yourself, forgiving yourself, no regrets, things that you are really might instigate moments of fear or panic. But don't be hostage to this. It wins if we do that. We've got to be strong. We've got to take our fear, transform it, and create something more positive from it. Because you can go on forever about the what if scenarios. But if you can just physically do some things to calm your nervous system, everything starts to fall into place. And then you might be able to do something that's going to take your mind off of it, take a course, do some craft, pick up the phone and talk to someone, write a book, whatever you want to do. It all becomes more possible when you're not feeling like you're in prison. You're a prisoner of that fear. So I hope that you're doing okay, everybody. Please leave in the notes below how you're getting on with this situation, what you're doing to calm those nervous moments and dealing with the fear that might be creeping up on you after now several months of home confinement. Let us know how you're doing. We really do care. So take care of yourselves, everybody. Let's keep talking in the comment section below. Just tell us what anxiety reducing techniques you use and how they help, and share with your sisters here on 60andMe so we can learn from your experience. So take good care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. We'll come back and talk again soon. But for now, just stay strong, stay safe, and just stay, if you can, calm and fearless. Be brave, be courageous. Take good care, everybody. Bye-bye for now.